Mick Corrigan here from Action Coach, and today I'm with Daniel Maddox. Daniel is the Managing Director and owner of Evolve Document Solutions. Welcome, Dan. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming along.
Afternoon, Mick. Absolute pleasure. Thanks for the invite.
Good stuff. So tell us a bit about your business then.
Okay, Mick. So Evolve Document Solutions was born in October 2011. We supply predominantly and service multifunctional copiers and printers in the business sector. So anybody that has the requirement to print and copy in reasonable volumes, they're our customer. I've worked in the industry previously, been employed in the industry since 1995, and October 2011 felt the right time for me to step into my own world and on a new journey, and to become the master really of my own destiny in an industry that I'd become very familiar with and enjoyed immensely.
Good. And how's that worked out for you?
We've had huge success, Mick. To be fair, very daunting in the early years, and thankfully I had that 17 years experience previously in dealing with an array of customers and caring for them and looking after them in our sort of unique way. So I did know what I was getting into. I knew it was it would be a challenge, and it always is. But we had a great start, and we've continued that success over the last 14 years.
So what type of customers are you supplying, Dan?
Well, anybody, Mick, really, that has the need to copy and print in volume. So we do lots with the education sector, so lots of high schools, lots of primary schools. We're very, very strong with our legal partners, so solicitors, accountants, those type of businesses perform, a big chunk of our base, and anybody really, charities, manufacturing businesses, anybody that wants to become more efficient when it comes to printing and copying and wants a control over their costs.
Good. Now there's obviously, it's a competitive market, that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There's lots of options out there. What do you think attracts people to your business, Dan? What differentiates you from the rest?
It's always a good question, that, Mick, and I'm asked that on a fairly regular basis. I'm probably unique in when I say, I think we are probably the only copier business in the country that doesn't employ salesmen, and that's for lots of different reasons. But we've built a business here at Evolve organically. The business is built on referrals. The business is built on trust. And I think what stands us out from the rest is that we're really content in the position that we find ourselves in. And we don't have to go chasing business. And we don't ever write poor business. We stick up for the customer. And we look after them in a way that, again, is quite unique in our industry. And we give away lots in terms of time, service, and support. And I think that really sets us apart from everybody else. We're not a corporate machine. We're not a corporate giant. Every second of every day isn't chargeable here at Evolve. We do love giving back and supporting our customers in areas that we wouldn't particularly need to. But we do. And I think that's what sets us apart and strengthens our relationships with the customers in our base. Good.
So things are working really well. What does the future look like for you?
The future's really exciting, Mick, actually, because, the copier industry has been around a long, long time. We have a responsibility to talk to our customers about becoming paper light, to use less paper. Printing and copying can be expensive. There are other ways that our customers want us to support them in terms of print management, document management, making the processes within the office more efficient and more streamlined. So as a business over the last 2 or 3 years, we've definitely got involved so much more in software. And we've created our own piece of software called Agility, which is our cloud-based storage solution. And the feedback has been very, very positive from our customers. So we're really excited about doing lots more of that. And we have a super young team here, Mick, as well. They want to get involved in socials. We have a TikTok videos, we have Instagram, we have, big presences on LinkedIn and X, and we really feel that that's an area that we have to develop further, because we have to try and show our customers and our potential new customers our personality and our character, and are we the type of customer that business that they want to engage with?
And what challenges would you say lie ahead for you?
Um, I think the challenge for me is always trying to grow the team. We're heavily invested in service. I have a wonderful team of service engineers. I have a wonderful admin team. I have a very young team, and the challenge is always for me to bring more people into that team, bring more people into that environment, and I'm quite particular in who I bring in. So the vast majority of my staff have come straight from school. We've put them through our apprenticeship program. We have the Evolve sort of foundation running, where my commitment is to bring an engineer out of school through an apprenticeship program and to be a trained qualified engineer within 4 years. That's been really important to me. So they're the sort of challenges. Gaining more customers and increasing the size of the business, I don't see that as a challenge anymore, Mick. That happens naturally. And when I started, back in 2011, my main concern was, can we get enough customers to pay the bills? Can we grow the business quickly enough to do that? When I sit here now looking back, that's something I should never worry about at the time. The business is the people within the business, and I test them every day and challenge them every day to be outstanding. And that's the biggest thrill for me, is seeing the youngsters develop and take this business forward.
So a positive challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it sounds like another differentiator as well with what you're growing there.
Yeah, for sure. It's multifaceted. So we talk about here at Evolve, we talk about being outstanding every day, Mick. That's what we talk about. That's our buzzword every single day. I test the engineers and challenge the staff to be outstanding. And that can come in many different forms. That could be, getting to a service call within 5 minutes, going the extra mile when you get there. It could be answering the phone in a particular way, making every single one of our customers feel that they're only one. They're the only customer that we have. And I think that's the challenge, definitely.
So great success, great future, positive challenges.
Yeah.
What about the learnings that you've had along the way? What things have stood out for you there that you've picked up?
I think, Mick, the biggest thing that I've learned over the last sort of 14 years is that, whatever you try and do, however difficult it might seem, however big that mountain might feel at the minute, it's never always been as bad as you imagine it to be. I would encourage anybody to try and become the master of their own destiny. The rewards are fantastic. The work-life balance is just amazing. To see, like I've mentioned before, to see the staff, really blossom and progress and develop is a wonderful thing. I'm not a risk taker, Mick. I promise you that I'm not that. My wife will tell you that. When I set up in 2011, it was my wife's decision. I let her make that decision. And here we sit today with a great business and great future and great prospects and a great family within Evolve. So I tell myself that, what, it was always going to be fine, and we didn't really need to worry as much as we did back at the beginning.
Yeah, good advice. What's the one thing you might do differently?
This might sound really corny, Mick, but I'm not sure there's anything that I would. The businesses have been built without any financial support, with no debt in the businesses. We didn't borrow any money right at the beginning. We took our time. We took gentle steps. We grew naturally. We put some real strong foundations down. We haven't overspent. We never would overspend. None of that I would change. None of that I would change. I think sometimes business owners can sit here and you can try and compare yourself with your competitors and how many machines they're servicing and how many customers they have and what their balance sheet looks like. And I think your journey is your journey. And to do it without that financial burden of bank loans or loans from whoever to get yourself up and running quicker than maybe you think you should be going, I think is a dangerous position to be in. And that's just not my style, and my businesses haven't been built that way. We've taken gentle steps and controlled every step of the journey. And
you are where you are, which is a great place to be.
Fabulous. Yeah, could never have dreamed about it, Mick, 14 years ago when we set on this path.
Awesome. So Dan, thanks very much, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Absolute pleasure, Mick. Lovely to see you.